Here's Jackson throwing again on 2nd and 10. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. This will be fielded at the 17. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moon. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Moon. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Looks to be right around the 40. And now back out comes the offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got
and touchdown! Michael Vick, 55 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. Able to push his way through. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Moon looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Salt Lake football here as we get ready to start quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's flushed out left. But I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the defense.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking
touchdown! Michael Vick with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. To throw on second down. Moon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on third and long. Moon. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 11 yards on the pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Throwing on first down. Moon got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first and 10. Moon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vontaze Burfict in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking to throw. Moon. And he fires one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing on third and long. Moon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. From the gun, Moon. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And here now the offense heading back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Moon. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The final shot before break. Moon. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And now look at him go. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That's caught, and he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Moon. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Operating from the gun, Moon. And his throw is incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Moon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Looking to throw on second down. Moon. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back now in Tampa, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Now Jackson throwing on 4th down, and that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And that is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Harrison. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on 1st down. Moon. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
From the gun, Moon. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now Austin. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A really nice knockdown. You get so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
This offense so far on third down, they've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go!
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offense about ready to take over again. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
Today to talk about how I feel, and I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and I don't like how we're treated, and just because of us doesn't mean anything to me.
It's just the way I feel. Problems alone, and I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my Lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? Now everybody got problems, yeah, but waiting no one way to solve them. I really came up from the bottom, struggling my mama on the last dollar. Hustling, man, I've been putting in these hours. The government been trying to take away what's ours. Really all about the money and the power. I just want to see my people in power. Tell me how we gon' shape this vision. Complaining all day, but in the same condition. If you want to make change, it's gon' take commitment. Some people enslaved by their religion can't emancipate the fundamental principles. What I see through optics transform the wisdom. Watch me use my prophets, get them on the list, and I've been on a mission. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my Lord.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I know that play didn't work very well, but an old New York Giants quarterback taught me a lesson a long time ago. Sometimes running the draw actually takes courage and play calling. You're actually setting something up for later in the game, and just because it was unsuccessful then doesn't mean it won't be successful later.
Jackson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the 1st down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Throwing is Jackson. That's the right side here, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing to 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Back now with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Austin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. Short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down. Moon. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. Always got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just out running.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. To throw is Jackson. To throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Here's Jackson throwing on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. To throw on 2nd down. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. Here's Austin. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Operating from the gun. Moon. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Moon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First and 10. Jackson looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Jackson, a final shot before break. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Come on, let's go!
Looking to throw on second down. Moon. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Moon. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, Moon. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Moon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Play clock winding down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Moon throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on 1st down. Moon. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, 35 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Jackson now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
All right, here we go. Back that up, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, buddy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They come up short here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. To throw on second down. Moon. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, Defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And his kick is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Are able to make this a close game again.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Moon. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Danny Trevathan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Moon. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Michael Vick, he's going to go. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a boot, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models, this is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you now, trust the so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm in the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw it if he fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty, if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys, I got boys that knock off your lid. I thought you gon' pop off, so hop off my. Woo. What you mean? Woo. I said, what you mean? Woo. Listen, I don't trust her, so no. I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? Woo.
You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think road still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them baddest bag gon' get it. What you mean?
I done came up, bustin' down the whole broke and step back. Want your people swag, you ain't even gotta ask. What are those, what is that? Please don't touch my rap, please don't touch my rap. I'm racked up like rappers, I'm wrapped up on camera. Get out on camera, squeeze like asthma. It's rare wrath when I wear wrath, bare wrath when I wear wrath. Might invest into some rap shit, Lord, still shit rap. And I'm dripping on rags, Rick gon' be the tag, through the digital dash. Yeah, I'm boasting, never brag. Please don't touch my rap. Or the Chris Finn Nash, Alessandra Gucci glasses, the W Anderson collab. Yeah, pop it like it. Yeah, drop it on the. I'ma buy another. Cause boys bring it back. Yeah, you know how to make it last. Plus and keeping tabs. I'ma fly first class. Quavo hit him with it. Please don't touch my rap.
Don't step on my Ralph Simmons. Don't step on my Ralph Simmons. Don't step on my Ralph Simmons. Do you know how much I'm spending? My closet is worth about $1 million. To the little out the runway. In the kitchen. Ralph Simmons. All kind of crazy colors. Living colors. Left wrist. Roll it. Ice. Make some Margiela my sweater. Mama told me never settle. Ralph Simmons, don't lace him. Got your wanna.
Huh? What? Don't wanna talk about the paper. I swear to God, these behaviors. They be hating, I feel out of. Live in cul-de-sac, don't get along. Ooh, right with my neighbors. Diamonds on my neck and roll it on. Now I later got on different flavors. I'm with my lifesaver. Ooh, feel like Darth Vader. I'm a boss, you know I might riff it. Ooh, right in my basement. Yeah. But you know that I'm gon' face it. Wait, that's the reason that they mad. Cause Lil Uzi, yeah, he made it. Yeah, I wear that rap for I made it. Yeah, I wear that rap for I made it. Yeah, got that rap all in my basement. Yeah, once I got patience. Yeah, I'm famous. Yeah, put myself inside Mark Jacob. Hey, making a place with my label. I get it, I count it. 100 on my table.
Sterling silver laser. Rubies red, my skin too black to blush, too red to six, not pages. This ain't on the wizard up. Pockets full of mint leaves. Been smelling like it brushed teeth. Say cheese, see the porcelain. Water, see backwoods. Raft dragging on the floor. In it. I'm torching the road in these Gucci flames. Stuck to the pavement, they glued. I'm 2.5 million in the venue and 2,500 a tube. I'm cold like I'm sick with the flu. I cover my face and I'm spring summer 2002. Yeah, please don't touch my ride. In the grass, Teddy with the Teddy. Quick with the hands ready. Please don't touch my ride. Shirt off, I'm Cam, ready. Desktop in memory. Please don't pop my tie.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit the back down. Seem like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now. I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show them how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show them how to act. Okay, now picture little Bobby, just a youngin' run around with his man's in his hand, feeling like a man. Run, put it to your brain like. Everybody know you ain't about it. Everything you talk about, I know I can live without it. Red light, stop, green light, go. Everything ain't what it seem like. I know. Hold up, what you mean? Where you been in? This is merely the beginning again. What you been living in? The box under the bridge, like Anthony Kiedis, looking for something to complete us and maybe lead us. A long way from equalist, how they treat us. Body of a builder with the mind of a fetus. Turn on the television and see the vision they feed us. And I wish I could erase that face facts. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs something. Everybody love, everybody know how it go. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs something. Everybody love, everybody know. I've been knocking dough down like it witness. God is my witness, I'm witness, but on the real I think I need another witness. If it was 17, black dad and white mom.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Nighthawks and the Elks. The Elks come into this one knowing they've got a fight on their hands. This could be one of those war of attrition types of games. So winning the field position battle and the turnover battle are going to be two big keys to seeing who gets out of here with the victory. With that, let's head up to Detroit as we say hello to our guys, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Moon. Throw left side complete. It's Harrison. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
On first down, Moon. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Moon. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marvin Harrison there to make the grab. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Looking to throw. Moon, the quick slant caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Marvin Harrison in the final minute. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And the lead is up to 5. Here's Myers now to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now it's Palmer. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they'll they'll spike it here at 27 seconds. Throwing now is Palmer, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Now it's Palmer. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance.
Rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey. Ain't nothing changed. A little stronger, a little wiser. Maybe a little more. Blame it on America. I'm pulling off the line, I bought the cash. Her future bright, don't give nobody bad. Be looking good inside the but I noticed that she missing all the edges. I run the game just by running with the poor attitude, they got rich calisthenics. Walking in the courtroom, sipping on the beverage. I know the judge, so I got a lot of leverage. This a fetish. Fully loaded on the 7. Your dog get a dime, you never wrote a letter. Still in the box, got a rapping acapella. Kim Treasure, people with the weather. I got it, boy, don't make me be the devil. He knocking on the door and know the password. Gave me his blessings while I'm hotter than the last verse.
Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, dead presidents.
Let's go, all my little militant. Let's go, I'm innocent.
Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, dead presidents.
Feds. Let's go,
I'm Larry Ridley in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And the Cougars offense ready to go here on first down and 10. Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And some space here. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Now Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in this.
Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the U. Man, know that I kick up the U. Them boy there try to stop the truth. How dare you to stop the truth? Look, you're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too